Hello, everybody. Very good evening. Wherever you may be watching this, whether it's on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Hi, Mr. Sanjay Belawal. Is that Sanjay?
Hi. Yeah,
Yes.
hi. Yes.
Sanjay. Yes, good to catch up. Nice to have you with us. Kamal, Chandni, Venkat, thank you for joining us. Nice to have you, Sanjay. How are you doing?
Same here. Good.
Just waiting for the other panelists to join us.
No problem. Yeah.
It's a wonderful Sunday. I want to thank the audience for joining in. A lot of people who have registered. A lot of people taking out time on Sunday to spend time with startup founders. Very important. First time we are connecting, Sanjay. Glad to meet you.
Yeah, correct. Thank you.
Hope to hear about your business as well. Hi, Venkat. Nice to have you with us again.
Yeah. Hi, Venkat.
Just waiting for the other panelists. So it's, of course, the festival weekend for everybody. Happy Makar Sankranti and happy Lohri to all the people in the north. I hope you've had a wonderful festive season.
Yeah.
Staying safe. Thanks, Akhil, for putting it together. Special thanks to you. You're a rock star. Always doing, what's needed. Phenomenal work, Akhil. Phenomenal.
Hey, Sanjay. Hi,
Jagat.
Hi, Vijetha. Yeah.
Namaskara.
Namaskara.
All well. Jagat, who else is coming in?
I think we're waiting for Kaushik and
Okay, no worries. I see that Shalini is here, Venkat, Kamal, Chandni, and of course, our good man, Akhil. Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Special thanks to Akhil. Akhil's been under the weather a little bit.
Oof,
But his commitment is just outstanding, Akhil. Hats off to you from me.
Absolutely. Good. Great. So, Jagat, in the interest of time, 4:32, and we should never, and they say, right, we owe it to our audience. We should never make them wait.
Absolutely.
All right. So, firstly, is a very warm Sankranti and Pongal and Lohri. I've been reading a lot about all the why this. It's such a beautiful festival for everyone.
Right.
And it's truly amazing. So, what I will do, Jagat, since we already have Sanjay here as well, so a warm welcome to every single one of you. This is Startup Sunday, and it's an informal boardroom where we basically we're getting founders to talk about the challenges that they're facing and any help that the community can give to them. Because whatever said and done, ultimately the founders have to stand up for each other. They got to work with each other, give business to each other, and also help to solve problems and come in as a team. Because I think both you, Sanjay, and Jagat, you all will agree that when it comes to negotiating, when they say when everyone comes together and negotiates, you can get a better deal. Or when you're selling and opening doors for each other, this is how business happens. This is how growth happens. So I'll keep it as simple as possible. So Jagat and Sanjay, welcome once again to Startup Sunday, the informal boardroom. We have been doing this during the time of the pandemic and lockdown, Sanjay. You must have seen a few episodes, and it's basically keeping very crisp sound bites for each of the people who come in. And since both of you are there, I would love to have you, Sanjay, to talk about how's business, how's life, and what are the challenges you're facing. And of course, what is the support that the community can give to you for your business? We're not talking about policy here. We're not talking about anything else. Your business. Okay, so go for it, Sanjay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Vijetha. Yeah, hi, all of you. Good afternoon on a Sunday, and wish you all happy Sankranti. And coming to my business, I started my entrepreneur journey in 2012. Earlier to that, I worked with corporates for about 18 years. I worked for Airtel, Idea, Tata, Reliance. And my last assignment was with Tata Teleservices, the national sales head for Tata Docomo. Then I quit and started my own event management and financial consultancy and marketing consultancy. And I got interested into events. A lot of events I have done, large format events in Bangalore, which all the credentials are there on the website and my LinkedIn profile as well, which I would probably be sharing at the end of the event, and you can all go through that. Then I got interested to get into supporting startups, and I myself got into two startups, which I have mentioned. The one startup has been on drones, which we were in a discussion with the Taiwanese company to get the assembly done at Mangalore University, Sayadri College, Mangalore. But unfortunately, it ran into bad weather after COVID. I mean, last 3 years things have not been good. So all the imports thing and other things got stuck, and everything has got into a toss. So that's where it's been as of now a little stalled. But we would like to revive it and take it further from there. But the latest one, which I during this pandemic and also the kind of digitization on e-commerce platform, and plus this digitization on everything possible. In fact, money hardly we use, anyone of use cash, and I could see a lot of cyber crime, cyber fraud happening. And we ourselves being so educated, so knowledgeable, we get vulnerable, and we tend to get hooked to it, and probably end up losing some money here and there. So I was wondering what would happen to the people at the rural areas where they are no clue as to what is this link all about. They just get a message or just get a link or something, and they end up clicking and losing a lot of money. And for them, money loss, like for example, even if 30,000, 40,000 is lost, there's their entire year's earning that they lose. So that is when I was pondering upon and thinking as to how do we arrest this, because I come from telecom background. So I mean, I have put across my thought process in the presentation. If that can be displayed, that is fine. I mean, Akhil, you can do that. The basic idea here is that ensure that whatever messages that is flying ahead, that is the drone one, the other one. Drone one, probably we can take it up some other time. If we have time, we'll take it up, or else we can.
We want to keep it as simple and crisp as possible, Sanjay, because it's mostly talking about challenges rather than anything else. All right.
Got it.
Good. Yeah. Perfect. And maybe now we could ask Jagat, would you like to step in, please, next? Yeah. Jagat, you're on.
Yes, got the right PPT in case Sanjay wants later. So, thanks Vijetha for the opportunity. And, of course, this is Startup Sunday. So firstly, just a quick introduction about, our business, what we do. So as I said, we are Vidphone. We're a video automation platform. What is video automation, right? I think video automation is basically putting your customer generation completely on autopilot using video tools. Today we see that people use webinars, people use video meetings as the two main ways to interact with people, right? But both of these are highly disconnected. Typically, webinars are there to attract audiences, to do marketing, and the video meetings are where you actually try and close sales conversations. But there is a huge gap in the middle, right? The actual number of leads that actually convert are very, very low. And this is because of various reasons that, we have addressed in the product. We also have a video CRM, which is a kind of cutting edge tool where you're able to actually nurture this webinar lead right into a sales qualified customer. So very, very short, that's what we do. Happy to share more details. I think we have the other panelists as well. More importantly, I want to share work on the community that Vijetha and I have been running. Thanks to Vijetha again for being such a wonderful support. Hundreds of events over last 1.5 years. Hopefully hundreds more to come, and profiling wonderful founders like you. So back to you, Vijetha, and happy to take more stuff later.
Yes. Thank you very much, Jagat, and thank you for providing this platform. We also have Kaushik, and we have NM Reddy as well. So Kaushik, would you like to step in next?
Sure. Hi, folks. Yeah, this is Kaushik here. I'm the co-founder of a company called Kaamik, which is a snack box company. What we do is curate snacks from all across India, some of the best ones, the ones that are kind of made locally and known in their place but not elsewhere. And that's where we kind of come in and provide this box to others to subscribe to explore their palettes, or to gift this right? And it's been quite a journey. We have kind of pivoted over to this in the last 4-5 months, and since then it's reached many different places. Thankful to say. So excited to be a part of this, and of course, always a pleasure to be interacting with all of you folks. Uh, it's pretty vibrant. The community is pretty vibrant, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kaushik. And next, of course, just to reset the room, since we have Kaushik and NM Reddy joining in, that this is the Startup Sunday informal boardroom, where the focus is not so much on the PR or visibility or whatever, though you can talk about your startups, but here we focus more on the gaps. What do you want? This is not about policy. This is not about questioning what is happening in the community and evaluations of unicorns, etc., etc. Today's, January 16th, our Prime Minister himself has said that it should be celebrating startups and figuring out how we can grow across India. How can startups be the beacons of growth and employment and everything that matters to this country? So with that, Mr. Reddy, would you like to step in?
Yes. Is my voice audible?
Yes, yes, very clear.
Okay. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. So we are from a platform called Happy Agility. So what we does is we try to help the customers. Actually, we have a lot of businesses, being a small and medium. So the business generates a lot of feedback data, and it is very tough to analyze all the data and make sure what the customer is actually asking for. So we have built a NLP and AI models in the background, which helps to generate actionable insights for a quick decision making of the business. So that's what we are trying to help the businesses, and our target market is something like edutechs or education as a platforms, and market research is one of the target market, and also the small and medium. So these are few areas we are looking to target: SME, education, and then market research companies. So we have piloted few of them in a smaller scale. We would like to go big in the other sectors also, maybe expanding in these sectors, not beyond this.
Perfect. Thank you very, very much. This is very kind. And of course, we also have our viewers, some well-known names and good friends. Dr. Vasudha is here, Venkat, Jagdish, Shakil, of course, Kamal, and we have all these people. So what matters here is that as we have this discussion, if anyone has some input, some pointers, wants to come in later, just use the raise hand option. Okay. So now the focus here, as I said, is it's a Startup Sunday, the informal boardroom. What are the gaps? What are the challenges? And what help do you want from the community? It could be around PR, hiring, looking for a co-founder, raising funds, and or you have some technology aspects maybe that you want to talk about. You're looking for sales, marketing, distribution. These are some things that are very critical to any founder. Okay. So in no particular order, but I will just give a call out one by one. So Sanjay, would you like to come in next?
Yeah, Vijetha, I'd like to come in. Like to discuss about my cybercrime project, wherein I need support from few technical team, especially experts from AI, ML, blockchain, and blockchain technology. Basically, a small 2 minutes brief about what this is all about is my intention is to integrate all the APIs of all the financial institutions like ATM, bank, whatever it is, onto a one single platform, and any message, any link, any mail that goes to the customer will be certified 100% from our side, and then only the thing will get delivered to the customer, so that the customer can go ahead and click the link without having to hesitate. And we have assumed that with AI, ML, and the blockchain technology, we'll be able to identify the repeated frauds that are happening. Then we block those things and put them across to the cyber fraud branch, who in turn will take appropriate action on these people. The thing is to minimize the fraud that is happening through cybercrime. So anyone who would like to come and join with us to be part of this initiative, which is still in ideation stage, but I know how to take it further. And once I have the initial round of small funding, we can go for a B series of funding and all that. So my deck is there for to be seen, and it can be shared to the people who are interested in this part of the journey. I mean, of course, everybody would have thought about it, but the amount of work that needs to be done is phenomenal. I mean, huge, because a lot of data crunching and data mining is required to arrive at the exact the good. I mean, the links to be shared and the bad ones to be blocked. Anybody has any questions on this? I'm willing to answer on that.
Sanjay, what you should do is, if you're comfortable, please do feel free to share the pitch deck on email. I think Akhil anyway has it. We
Yeah,
can
yeah,
put it on the group as well. Okay.
sure.
And definitely we want to help out. And if you have all these pointers that you said, no, you can even
Yeah,
post
they
it
are
on
there.
the chat saying that this
Yeah,
is the kind of support you want and how to get in touch with you. Okay.
sure.
Yeah, and this is for everyone. This is for every
Yeah.
single person out here. All right. But thanks so much, Sanjay. Always good to be talking to you. Okay.
A question to Sanjay here. Something that I wanted to kind of understand: is this a platform that Paytm and other business folks are going to be kind of integrating into, so that this can be then further pushed on to their customers?
It is we. I mean, see, we will take all the APIs and bring onto the platform. See,
Okay.
all the links, including the telecom. See, most of the time it is the telecom operator who sends the messages finally to the end customer.
Right.
So we want to bring everything to one platform, and finally, from whatever, like it's like to put it crudely, you take Sibyl. See, Sibyl scale today, we take it for granted that yes, this is the right score. Okay, how they do it, how they arrive it is up to them. What they do with RBI and all that stuff. So our platform will be something similar. The messages when they go from my platform, they are 99.99% genuine. Still, there is a chance of 2-3% of fraud which is going to happen. That I am looking to cover it through an insurance company. So, but to the end customer, we will say that your messages are 100% genuine.
Right. Got
Am I
it.
clear?
Yeah, got it. Interesting concept there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Kaushik, and thank you,
Nags is
Sanjay, as well.
volunteering to help Vijetha. Nags. He's
Ah.
already said, "Hi Sanjay, I can collaborate on AI now." So,
All
Yeah,
right, great.
thanks.
Fantastic. So let's use the chat. So whatever information, whatever contact details, etc., that you want to give Sanjay, please go ahead
Yeah.
and do that. Okay. Now, Kaushik, may I request you to come up next, please?
Right. So before that, let me just share my kind of a small uh, slide that I have, so that people kind of understand what it's about. Right. Pictorial representation is always better here. Can you see my screen? Is that being shared properly?
No.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
see. We can see.
You
Yeah.
can see, right? Okay, so this is how what we are is a snack box, as I mentioned. So we kind of curate snacks from all across different spaces, places across states, and these are folks who have been doing this for many generations. So these are majorly your local artisans that are out there, right? And it's basically something that's, as I mentioned, which can be used as a subscription box. And yeah, this is how a box kind of looks like, and it has these multitude of snacks across, and it's curated every month to a different theme, right? Now, something that we are currently in the process of building out on is the scaling out process. So we have been there around in the market for now 5-6 months now, and in that process we have kind of gotten to a point wherein we have kind of given the boxes to so many folks out there in different professions, different lifestyles, everyone out there across India, right? And what we are at this point, what we are looking to do is go global. So we want to kind of start with the global expansion, and that's the first point that I would love to get any sort of help on. Right, we are currently in the process of getting in advisors, some amazing advisors out there who will, of course, help us. But we would love any sort of suggestions you might have, or any particular connects which uh, who for people who might be interested in such a snack box. That's something that we are definitely looking for to get in that first foothold, because those first steps are the most difficult ones, especially outside India. Since we ourselves don't have much experience outside India, we would love any sort of help there that's possible, right? And second thing that we are looking for is figuring out a good reliable source for sourcing of local snacks. Now that's something that we are currently all just working on improving our own processes, but it's something that again gets a bit hit because we can't travel around with all this COVID happening. And discovery issue is one of the most important problems out there. So any sort of help from the food industry folks, if there's anyone out there, we would love that, right? And of course, brand recognition is always going to be there for a D2C brand. That's anyways something that needs to be worked on all the time. So yeah, that's all about my slide. A small slide at that, right? But those are the three important aspects that we are looking at.
Sure, definitely. And of course, Kaushik goes to you as well. That please, whatever you want to push out on the
Right.
chat, you can do that. And
Right.
of course, thanks to Jagat, there's been a lot of communities that we have been building over time. You have the founders feed, and of course, all the Thai, for member groups that we have, special interest groups, etc., etc. So please, I mean, please utilize it well. Use
Yeah.
the network and use the community effect because that's really powerful out here. And all the very best with everything that you're doing. Great product, great packaging, and I'm sure that success will be yours and in spades, growing, growing, growing. Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. Thank you so much, Kaushik. All right. Now, may I request NM Reddy to step in next?
So hope you are able to hear me.
Yeah, yeah,
Can
we
I
can, we
just
can.
quickly share a screen?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead, go ahead. It's not visible yet, no, Jagat? Yeah, yeah. Now, yes. Okay, okay. Yeah, just go on full screen mode. So it's easy. All the screen. Yeah.
Hope this is clear, right? So is it clear?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yes, it is. Go ahead.
Okay. So my name is Malik, and I built a platform called Happy Agility. The purpose of this platform is we want to have make sure. So these are some of the examples where we get to go to a restaurant or where we go to a coffee shop, and we see lot of things are being complained, but not much sure that how much of those complaints are taken care properly, or these are some of the scenarios which we may be complaining to a certain person who may not be the decision maker or who may not be looking into them. So we try to give it as a paper feedback or some kind of feedback, or some cases we don't even have some kind of a mechanism where the feedback is collected. So what happens is this customer who is not happy, he goes to the social media and then starts talking something about a particular restaurant or a particular brand, and over a period of time those brands get damaged, right? So that's a challenging area where the businesses tend to see, and that is where we want to help the businesses in addressing their customers feedback or issues then and there itself by using a product using the artificial intelligence in the background. So that's the thought behind this. So if you look at this, there is a lot of data being generated, be it as a feedback data, or as I told you, there may be a feedback that is going into the social media. Then a lot of feedback is generated. If someone wants to look into all this data manually and make some decisions out of that, which is not practically not possible. So that's what we call this as unstructured data, be it as a non-digital format or be it as a video format or different formats. So we call them all as unstructured data. And human effort is usually required if someone wants to make the look into the data and make some insights. So we as a platform, we are going to take all this unstructured data, use the AI and ML related algorithms in the background, and generate the insights such as sentiment or a work items. A lot more data insights we will generate. So these insights will be able to help the business owner or the decision maker in taking a decisions quickly, looking into the data and addressing the customer issues before the brand gets damaged or something like that. So that's what we will be able to help the businesses. So the target market is small and medium businesses. That's where we are looking to target. And other than that, we are also looking to target education as a platform where a lot of students' feedback can be captured. And this is something which can be used during the accreditation process of NAC and AACD. So all these things are there. So in this education is a field where we are piloting with a few colleges, and one of the colleges is Aurora College in Hyderabad, and few more colleges are in pipeline where we are going to pilot, and we already signed the MOU with few of the colleges. That's the one area. And the other area is a market research area where we are again piloting with a Mumbai-based company, and where we will be helping in understanding the customer analytics and also the retailer analytics. So when I say customer analytics, what the customer is thinking when we are doing the research from a particular brand. So let's take HUL is a brand. What the customer is thinking about their products, that's what customer analytics. At the same time, what the retailer or a shopkeeper is talking about a particular brand, that's called a retail analytics. So retailer analytics. So these are some things we are going to do in the market research. So the help we are looking is we are looking to build more and more case studies. So at this point of time, we have a limited case studies. I would like to work with multiple founders or leaders in this product, and then try to build more case studies and use cases around that. Second thing is we are looking to do a more of strategic partnership, which will help us to grow fast and also have a win-win situation kind of a model. Third thing is I am looking to for a sales and marketing or advisor kind of a role who can help us in growing this entire product. So who comes with the existing network and who is passionate enough and all those things. So these are some of the things I would like to ask the group.
Yeah, Reddy, sales and marketing advisory, I can come in.
Right, and one of the pilots we can also help with. Of course, we were in initial talks. We need to continue that. But we would also
I'll
love
just
to provide
stop
some
the
data.
presentation. Okay. Kaushik, yes, I was talking to Kaushik to get some pilots. That's the one opportunity. And sales and marketing, yes. Someone said sales and marketing.
Yeah, Sanjay here. Sanjay, I
Sanjay.
can help
Okay.
you.
Okay,
Yeah,
sales and
advisory,
marketing.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So these are some of the areas we are looking to pilot, and maybe once we have this good amount of pilot and use cases being generated, then we look to go to the product launch and all those things. So at this point of time, we have built a stable product which is already being used by multiple colleges or multiple small businesses, and looking to expand this in a slow and steady manner.
No problem.
Hey, thank you very much. And also make sure that as the same goes for everyone, share the details on the chat and also on the WhatsApp group that we have so that people can extend this support beyond the session as well. All right. But thank you for this. And now, Jagat, may I request you to come in as a co-host? You have the privilege of being last, but please.
Now, happy to again, share a few slides. What we do, I've again shared this before. Look, we're all about video automation, right? I think today, as all of you know, some of the large players in this industry with scheduled links, I think, we have taken it to one level. I think what's in store from 2022 is a lot more kind of expansive. In this hybrid economy, we have seen this big shift from physical to remote to now hybrid. And the hybrid economy really calls for things beyond scheduled meetings, right? It's really about serendipitous meetings, good chance meetings that we call, asynchronous video, and of course, advanced video strategies. And today, this hybrid customer experience that we are offering encompasses about these 5 things, right? It's a highly trust-based economy. It's a video-first economy. It's a holistic kind of communications landscape where you have asynchronous and synchronous communication. Serendipity plays a huge role. And of course, security, as even Sanjay was saying, security is a huge thing today. Unfortunately, it's been kind of, brushed under the carpet because of all the chaos. But I think it's very important to have a very secure platform. Challenges to me, I've been building stuff for a while, and I really look at 3 main things in India, right? One is it's about the community. Now, none of us can really scale to the extent that we wish to scale if the community, which is the buyer ecosystem, the seller ecosystem, everything does not kind of, go to the next level. So I think community development is very important. Every founder has a role to play in this. And every person really must be focused on building a better community around themselves, right? So that their startup also is kind of a lot better. Second is with the enterprise adoption. I'm sure a lot of you have sold to enterprises. With all due respect to enterprises in India, we do find that the rate at which they adopt new strategies is a lot slower than what's happening in the West. We want this to change because the Indian audience today is a lot more suave and kind of savvy than the counterparts in the West. I really believe that the 30 or 40-year-olds in India are a lot more tech savvy than the 30 or 40-year-olds outside. And the third is this developer ecosystem, which I'm very passionate about. Akhil and I, we generally build tech-first products, and it's no more just about Java or PHP, right? We have to move to new technologies, be it WebRTC, be it blockchain. I mean, we need to really take a big plunge in terms of our developer ecosystem. So these are my three main challenges and thoughts. I'd be happy to share this in the comments as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jagat. That's very kind of you. And of course, kudos on all the kind of work that you're doing. I would also like to draw attention to Dr. Vasudha's comment. She's also put in some things. And Dr. Vasudha, what you could do is, if you can use the raise hand option, we can always get you in for about half a minute to quickly also verbalize whatever you're saying. Apart from what is written over here, I'm just reading it out for the audience as well. Dr. Vasudha is requesting that she's looking to collaborate and develop a platform to deliver services around integrative medicine, and she definitely is looking for support on that. And yes, definitely, Dr. Vasudha, thank you for this. And maybe Jagat, we should call Dr. Vasudha later on for one of the other startup Sundays as well, so she can reach out to a larger audience. Okay. Fantastic. Now I'm just kind of drawing to a few of the things that people have written down. For example, Kaushik, you have written local artisans whose food product can be sent out in our box. Obviously, you're based in Karnataka. You're shipping to customers mostly, I think, in Bangalore. But there is so much of things that can be done. So yes, that is something fantastic. If anyone has any food vendors that they know doing these great products and healthy products and in local products which has got linkages to the tradition, I think that's what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. And I think Jagat, your part about the developer community, okay, that is so critical, especially in India. I was in fact having a conversation yesterday late night with a few folks who are they're saying this, right? A lot of developers are there. Not everyone is fully equipped to take up the challenges of today's modern world, in the sense that so much of demand is there. One hears about big salaries and unicorn funding and all that, but unfortunately only about 2 or 3% of the entire developer community is getting the advantage of this. The rest of them, because of whatever reasons, have still got lots more to understand, learn, etc., etc. And therefore, building this community will help every single one of us, because there's so much of technology aspects that can be used to solve the country's problems, isn't it? Whether it is so many things, social impact or growth or whatever it is. Okay, and people, everyone I see here is talking about AI, ML, etc., etc. Correct. So these are some of the few things that we are saying, and of course, Sanjay does a lot of work not just in Bangalore but Hubli and Mangalore, and of course, I happen to know the college that he mentioned, Sahyadri College of Engineering. Great people. I've actually been to the campus. Wonderful folks. So can we all come together, collaborate is what matters. Okay. So it is now 5:03. We are halfway through our session. Anyone wants to raise hands, please go ahead. And then also, Jagat, you also have heard what Kaushik and Sanjay and NM Reddy have said. Is there something that you'd like to share, some inputs on how we can bring everything together with all the work that we're doing?
Yeah, sure. I think I've had some good discussions with Kaushik and made a couple of intros as well. Look, I've already told him about what I think about the business, right? The snacks are great. It's about the packaging. And yes, sometimes the packaging may cost more than the snacks. But that's what's going to actually, it's like Apple, right? It's all about the packaging. So one of the things I would say is, yes, I mean, if you really want this to go global and, people to really go after it, it's got to be the packaging. Packaging has got to play a huge role. And another thing I told him was the health focus, right? Maybe you don't want to put too much of fried stuff in there. But apart from that, I think it's a very nice space he's in, no question about it. And all of us have had the snacks. They're all, wonderful. So I think this is my main thing. I think once he focuses a little bit on the packaging, makes it look international. Think about the Apple Mac box that you get as a start. Yeah. That could be or an iPhone. That could kind of give you a kind of foot in the ground. And secondly, I think just focus a little bit on that, because there is a premium people pay for health foods today. True. And that could be really a game changer for you. Apart from that, not much. I think continue the good work and keep up the good karma, right? So,
Thanks, Jagat.
it's a developer community, Vijetha, I want to say, because look, we started building on Django, Python since 2010. I would say one of the earliest people in India to be building on Python and Django. Similarly with WebRTC, which is this technology you see here, video communication. We started this well ahead of Google and Microsoft as well. So one of the things for us has always been about building things on the bleeding edge. It's very important. And that comes with a huge element of risk. Okay. We need to have an R&D culture in India. This is my belief. It's no more about just learning some programming language to get a job. That's good. I think we need to do that. People need to be getting jobs, but we have to focus on some technologies that are really R&D focused, right? You may not get a job today in this, but in the future, it's going to be absolutely game changing. One of the things we did, of course, with WebRTC, one of the earliest companies in the world to be building on these technologies, right? So, and that today is paying off for us. Yes, there were 3 or 4 years where it's completely in the abyss, right? We really don't know what's going on. But taking these macro bets in terms of tech is very important. And unless we do that as a country, we're only going to be following what's happening in the West. We have way too many Me Too models in India, way too many copycat models in India. I think that needs to change. We need originality, and that's only going to come with R&D and innovation. So this is all I got to say about that.
Yeah, sure. So I think Jagat, you can create a separate community for whatever, and whoever is interested, and only focus where only developers and so it's not just startups or founders, but also developers. But startups and founders are looking for resources and help and whatever, so we can do that. I'm willing to support that activity also. Okay.
It does sound amazing.
Yeah, so let's do that. I mean, see, again, I'm saying it's about the community creating it, right? So let's do that. I mean, it's important, it is necessary. And I can also bring in some like-minded, good people to work with us on this.
Done.
Fantastic. Okay. Next is I also Kaushik, that there are a lot of these like Nice is there and Game is there, which try to look at like D2C brands, FMCG brands, and all that stuff. Okay. So take a look at these things.
Right.
One other thing that I would like to share is we will see our various timelines in terms of funding. You would see that Waterbridge is looking for people for startups to fund, and rolling cohorts. I think NetApp is having a demo day on 20th. Cisco Launchpad is looking for startups in the early stage B2B on cloud or big data. So if anyone is in those spaces also, please watch out for our timelines. We have been sharing it on our various groups if anyone is interested. Okay. Then Jagat, I'm just going to our, do we have any raised hand by any chance?
I think
No,
Venkat had, but I think his hand is down. I thought I saw Venkat.
Okay, because I thought I saw someone, right? Okay, no problem.
There he goes.
Yeah, someone has raised their hand, Jagat.
I think it's Venkat. So
Yeah. We can call him in for a crisp 30 seconds. Yeah. Are you bringing him in, Jagat?
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Venkat. Very good evening to you.
Good evening to you, Vijetha. I would like a small thing. I was talking to Kaushik. I would like to collaborate with something with few products, which is actually going with snacks. We have few products which can go with snacks, so that we can tie up with Kaushik. And also some of the if somebody is interested to partner with me, that is also a good business partner, or some of if required some part of health consultation or something like that. So I would like to partner with this guys, and anybody is there who some require any health challenges, somebody requires any help. For this help, I am always there to help all of us, all of you, and that's what I want to say.
Excellent. Great work,
Thank you.
Venkat, and best wishes for Dreams Enterprises. I'm sure it's going to rock.
Yes.
All right. Anything else, Venkat, for today?
No,
You happy Pongal as well?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Venkat. Appreciate that. We also have NAGS, like that short form, and then Ramamurthy, Jagdish, Dr.
Is it the
Vasudha, Akhil himself. So, Jagat, I would love to hear from Akhil. What is the latest trends on the developer community? What is the problems that is being solved? Because so many requests keep coming in, right? And Kaushik, you also have been, you're from the technology background and you're working on supporting people. So maybe we could have conversations around that as well, because so important, right? A lot of the problems that have been talked about here can be solved using technology, and it's all about hiring and getting technology onboarded, etc., etc.
yes?
Very true.
I think Kaushik, probably you want to go first. Akhil, I think is a little unwell. I'm just checking with him.
Okay, then let it go. Let Kaushik talk. Yeah, then yeah.
Yes.
Right. So one of the things that I've noticed since joining these communities is that there are a lot of folks out there who are kind of building their team slowly right now, and are in the stages of getting their first hires, tech hires, or who have few tech hires but who don't have the develop kind of knowledge that's exactly required for working with these high-end technologies. Right now it's the stage of cloud developments. You have your microservices building in scale. Everyone is talking about AI ML. So all of these jargons thrown in, it causes a lot of confusion most of the time. And I've noticed that people tend to focus more on the jargons than what's actually important out there, the working functionalities, right? So fortunately enough, since actually just putting in a word out there in the group and everywhere, I got in a lot of calls, got into talking with a lot of folks who actually wanted technical help, and I was able to sort of clarify the basics for them. And I noticed the same thing amongst all of them, right? They're kind of tending to focus more on these jargons that are just attracting all of these people, right? Anyone talks about funding, they start talking about AIML. Now, the basic concept there might be that is just used for analysis, right? Now, an analytics pattern finding does not exactly require AIML at that point. So that is something that I have noticed, and would love to help clarify for a lot more folks out there. And also that starting points can be tough, right? And that's something that we need to, as a tech kind of founder, we should actually help other non-tech founders too, to kind of identify the right person for them, or to someone who's actually in the consulting, who's looking to kind of get their website built through a consultant. They don't know how much pricing it might be, how much work it takes, all those kind of questions. If we can take the time to help them out, that is an amazing thing.
A great point. Vijetha, I just want to come in for a second, because Akhil and I work closely now, half a decade together, day in and day out. And look, as I think very well said by Kaushik, right? People get too carried away by the jargon. AIML has been there for ages, right? It's not something new. Blockchain again is, kind of peer-to-peer architecture, slightly ahead. So let's get to what's actually to be built out, right? I think that's critical. Very early days, 2011-12, I had put together a module in my company called the NDO. The NDO was called the New Developer Orientation. It's basically a 14-day module that every developer goes through. It's a very simplified module, Python, Django, little bit of Cordova, hybrid app development. We're building hybrid in 2012-13, right? And I think that's all really developers need. Today, I think there's too much talk with developers. See, developers, I always believe, are guys who talk less and do more, unlike marketers. Marketers are the guys who talk a lot. Okay. So one of the things I feel is, yes, the developers should be given something very crisp and concise and guided in small chunks, in small capsules. You first get here and then you move to the next step. It's a lot like walking in a desert, right? When you walk in a desert, you don't see the end of the desert in the day one. As you walk, the horizon comes closer, and then you see what actually is ahead. So development is a lot like that. And there are two main ways that I see technology development. One is on platforms that have been established, where if I go to Stack Overflow, I'm getting all the answers I want. Right? This is your PHP, Python, Node.js. But there are also the other side, and we've had the fortune or bad fortune, I don't know, of building this. We started with Django 1.2, one of the earliest versions of Django. Now, when we went in 2011-12 to Stack Overflow, there are no answers over there. Similarly, with WebRTC in 2016, it was very nascent technology, and you really have to figure these things ground up. And to solve that is pure genius. In my view, Akhil is absolutely rock star, and you need that level of, it's just raw talent, right? I mean, it's like in sports also, sometimes you just have raw talent. You can't beat raw talent. So one is where there is already answers. That's a matter of practice, and you go through the process. For new, kind of greenfield areas, it is pure raw talent, right? So how to create raw talent, I don't know. I'm figuring it out. But yeah, I see that there are clearly two distinct ways of development. One that is established and one that is really new and cutting edge.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, Jagat. Now, Mr. Reddy, is there something that you would like to elaborate? You have also heard the others. Is there some way that you could, maybe collaborate or come together? Some thought processes that you have?
Yes. So hope you are able to hear right. So so initially we had a lot of challenges to actually we were not able to get this kind of a tech guys actually. So it was really struggling to understand. I think it took 6 months to understand what is that they are talking. So initially we struggled and spent a lot of money in understanding, and then everyone will come and say some story, and it was very tough. So after 6 months of time, we were able to figure out what we need is very simple. As Kaushik said, we just need that very simple. So we were just trying to figure it out, and finally during this MVP stage, we were able to figure it out something which is a working out for us. And that initial 6 months to 1 year is a pain point. Now once we cross that pain point, I think things will get stable. We today we don't need to get worried about the new tech or whatever someone is talking, because we have crossed that hurdle. And I have seen I come from technology background, so being with a technology background, that was a little bit easy for me to understand. But getting a right developers is really a challenging job. So, and they don't stick out for a long time. And the moment, especially working in a startup, for the developers is really a very very tough job. It is not like going to a TCS job or a Wipro job where you will have little bit relaxed with. But working on the product where the requirements are totally new, and we need to be exploring that learning mindset, growth mindset, is was very very tough challenge. I think after crossing all the stages of 6 months to 1 year, I think we were able to figure out a right technology person. Now we have one tech person who is able to stable enough run the entire show with the technology. And now we are stabilizing other side of the products like marketing, sales. Those sides is what we are looking now. We have a product which is working, and we have some beta customers and use cases being generated. Now the next steps is we are looking in parallel the partnerships or kind of other opportunities where we can go to the next level. So that's what, if Jagat can create a not the developer community, one more for the sales community, if you have an option or a strategic partnership kind of a community, that makes really extra value addition for us at this point of time. So and if anyone needs the tech, because I have crossed that river, I can still help the people who is in the new founders. They don't need to be get worried about, or they don't need to waste again the same money what we lost. So we can just do it with no code options. A lot of things are available in the market. So that's what that comes from my help. I can help the community, and we can see what best we can do from our side. And I am happy to collaborate in various opportunities, whatever works to us and for them also. In that way, I am open for win-win situation, and I look forward to work with many founders or many leadership team. Thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic. So I think what matters here is that definitely we should. I think it's a need of the hour. We must create a developer community activities, Jagat. Okay, let's let the two of three, whoever wants to step up, let's do it. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Great. So now I'm coming into the fact that we have about 12 minutes to get in. Okay. Is there any other updates in terms of things that are happening in the ecosystem or the market that you all want to share or talk about, which could help everyone?
Sure, Vijetha. Also, anything from Thai? I mean, any announcements you have to make? Anything interesting? Would love to
Yes,
hear.
yes. So I'm just repeating that, look, we'll be doing this regular sessions like TV Thai, Thai Advantage. We will be having Jagat, we are working with people like Merjadomo, Gaurav Punjabi, who's a great friend. And, we'll be doing a series of these startup showcases around funding. Okay. I think many of you who are members, we have been highlighting videos. We have been doing these untold stories. We are also creating, there's a series that's going to be done with Madan and Ram Seshu as well, on the inner journey of an entrepreneur, because resilience is so important, especially challenging times keeps coming up every day or every week. It looks like the way things are going. Okay. And Jagat, you also know we had started this Haiko Club. We did 3 of those activities thanks to our friends at Beehive, Shesh and his team. But because of the current pandemic, we're slowed down. But some hybrid stuff is going to be, you'll be hearing some announcements. But I'm just waiting for, I know because we had Sankranti now, then 26th January also is coming in midweek. So maybe I'll wait for a few, another 10, 12 days more. And in February, we'll be doing some more hybrid activities. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I don't want to promise anything. Look out for all our updates and also the special interest groups that we have created. I think you already seen that we have on legal tech, on HR, on legal, on so many other things, right? We're also going to be starting something on space tech. We're going to be starting something on blockchain. We're going to be putting together things for, because I think support people ask is for branding and marketing, like how to do branding, how to do marketing, what are the ways to do this. If there's anyone who wants to do sessions on, hardcore digital marketing, how to use Facebook, how to use LinkedIn, how to maybe use Quora, or how to, monetize Instagram or YouTube. Okay, for founders and startups, on shoestring or zero budget, how to do that and very crisp, right? No, because we had done these sessions before, but we'll be doing more, and always looking for more sessions. We will be doing, if you can see, Jagat, that I've been sharing a few of these PDFs of all the various startups that got recognized by Startup India. So we'll be calling a few of these guys to kind of do presentations and talk about their journey and what's happening, so that we all learn. It's basically about learning, right? The peer-to-peer learning, peer-to-peer networking, and etc. Come February, March, you'll be seeing us to restart our activities with embassies, because December, January, they're kind of slowing down, but after that you're going to see them coming back and talking about opportunities about go to market, global expansion. All right. Demo day of NetApp is happening on 20th. Please watch out for it. Cisco Launchpad is asking for early stage B2B startups. Then we have people like July Ventures is looking for startups. Then obviously Dexter Angels is there. They're looking for early stage startups. Anyone who wants big mandates, I mean 5 million, 10 million, $100 million raises, then there are a lot of our people are there who are doing that. Obviously, there's a fee. This is an investment banker services. But I would also strongly recommend that take a look at our charter member group, okay? Because that's where we share a lot of things. We are also, one of our persons is Social Alpha. So anyone who's on social impact, you all must look at Social Alpha, okay? Because that's pretty big. Then other early stage investors, we have Rajiv from Arali Ventures. I did mention to you about Gaurav Punjabi and Merger Domo. Then we definitely have Unitus. Then we have Inventus, where we have two charter members, Parag Dole and Samir Kumar. So quite a bit of stuff happening. Then Idea Spring, of course, Naganand is there. Then Suri is there. Obviously, they're all tech. They're very focused on tech. For non-tech folks, I would suggest you look at NICE and you look at Game. Game specifically looks at a lot of women founders. In fact, Dr. Vasudha I met her because she's a non-tech focused activity and startup. But I met her through Game. A lot of people have come in from Game because they focus on these kind of founders. So that's what I have to say. But again, this is about the rest of the folks. And Jagat, and I'll just read out again that we have Kamal, we have Venkata, we have Ramurthy, we have Kush, we have Parimal, and we have few others over here. Anyone who wants to come in, I also see that Raj is coming. So if anyone wants to raise hand and talk to us, but beyond that, what else can we do for the community? Because we have also got something around legal, we have got things around HR. Hiring is becoming a big problem. It's a big challenge, but we have to figure that out. And what is this from Ramamurthy? Separate marketing organization. Okay. So this is not about policy. We don't know what the government wants. But I think many of you guys are also involved. Karnataka based are talking to people from KDM. So we have Chetan and all these guys. Bharat and Chetan is there. So maybe you all should be talking to those folks. They're pretty nice. And a few of you have also, I think Jagat, you also had gone into the second round of Elevate. So we don't know what will happen, but anyway, all the best. But watch out for all these programs, okay? There are so many incentives and programs that Government of Karnataka, METI, NASCOM Center of Excellence are running. And Jagat, I know that you split out of, yeah. Now, anything from NASCOM that's coming out?
No, I think NASCOM, again, like Thai, I think both of your organizations are flag bearers of the ecosystem. There's no question about it. The kind of work that both NASCOM and Thai have been doing for ages now. It's just outstanding. Of course, the warehouse, I would say, has taken a bit of a hit because of the coronavirus. But I think there are events going on. As you said, Startup Karnataka also, they have Elevate and all that goes on. So look, Modi has now announced the Startup Day, which I think is landmark. And congrats to everyone in the startup ecosystem for getting this thing. I think it's amazing. being in the startup ecosystem for over a decade, for me, I think it's a beautiful day to celebrate startups, and it's fantastic. We have somebody who's just on a raise hand. Kamal
Yeah,
is
yeah.
us. Let me just take in Kamal. So I think just put the hand down. Maybe if you can try one more time, Kamal. Would like to have you in. Yes. Okay.
I would like to hear the feedback, if anything, for me to improve or something like that. I would like to hear from Jagat and
Kamal, can you
Vijetha.
hear us? Kamal, can you hear us? Hello. I can't really see Kamal's video. Raj is with us. Let me see if Raj is coming in. Hi, Raj. Looks like. Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I just saw the invite in the group and joined.
Sure.
So, just want to know, I mean, I'm an exporter of agri products from India to all Asian countries and now start into Europe countries. So, does AI and ML can be used to target customers through Shopify and Amazon, and how can it help? So, just it's a general question from my side.
Kaushik, I think you're the right guy for that.
Right. So if AI/ML, you're talking about your own product, then that's a bit different. But if I'm not wrong, you're asking if the product can be sent out and you get the first top of the funnel wherein people are coming in to your website using AI/ML. If I'm not wrong, that's what.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So
I'm
that
planning to use
would,
Wix.
right.
I'm planning to use Wix and Shopify through Facebook marketing and using artificial intelligence and ML. So,
Right.
so that's my plan.
Yeah, absolutely. I got your question there. So the first thing is your own platform having an AI/ML capacity at that point will not help in the top of the funnel, whatever you want acquiring of the customers. Because you already have inbuilt setups within something like Facebook, which has its own setup there, even Google AdSense and everywhere, right? So those have their own setups, which internally use AI and ML to target those particular audiences based on however you put in the advertising there. But definitely, if you're going with Shopify or Wix, they have these integrations already bundled in, which will directly allow you to just do it with 3-4 simple steps, and you'll be able to target the audience that you're looking for.
Okay.
I
So
hope
Wix
that-
is
no need
very
to.
easy one. Wix is very easy one. You can
Wix
just go
and
for
Shopify.
no code actually. So in just a day, you can set up your entire shop on Wix.
Yeah.
So we'll do these tech sessions, Raj. I think we will have Kaushik also based on his time, and let's kind of help out more people on this. Definitely look forward to helping.
Yeah, that will be definitely helpful for many people who are not able to express. Their plans to go international.
Let's do it.
That will be definitely helpful. Yeah.
Done. Your wish is my command. We'll do it.
We'll
All right.
definitely do
Thanks
that.
for joining. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Bye bye.
Yeah, so I think that's become a need of the hour, right, Jagat? So
Yes.
Kaushik, you, Jagat, everyone just come together, figure it out.
Hi, Kamal. Nice to have you with us.
Hi, can you hear me?
All good, sir. Go on.
Hello.
All good, Kamal. Go on.
All right. So, see, currently I'm in job. I'm into IT, and I wanted to start something on my own. I'm basically into IT service management, and I would like to know if there is anybody with whom I can look for as a mentor, and what can be done in my particular field. I'm also into martial arts and other stuff, but IT is the main profession which I'm into.
I'm interested in your martial arts.
Then, by the way, I'm a gold medalist in Taekwondo at state level,
Wow.
South Zone, and also at national level. If you want
Hey, that's
to learn
amazing. Yes, we should do something on martial arts. Forget tech.
something.
Anyway, over to the others, Kaushik or Sanjay. Any notes?
Right. Again, mentors, I'm sure that's something that you can look in within your own circles, or TAI can possibly help there. I believe they have a mentorship program. I myself actually just had a call with Karthik there, Vijetha, whom you connected through TAI itself. Amazing folks there. So I believe you can utilize TAI network again, possibly to get in mentors. Or
Okay.
yeah, that would
Yeah,
be.
Kamal, I don't mind you being my mentor because I'm working on the tech part of it. So we can connect.
There we go. You have to connect. You can exchange numbers, LinkedIn, and super awesome.
Yeah,
So I got it
I have-
instantaneously.
I have Nag and Kamal who can help me out in this. Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
bring
Yeah,
that
thank you so
together. I think Jagat, two communities we can create. Whatever, one is for developers, and the other thing is for all this branding and all that. No, I think that's an important thing
Yeah.
that I think people are missing out on. Right? How do we, like like very low cost or zero cost kind of thing? Maybe let's see. I mean, again, it has to be
And
community driven. No Gyan sessions on this. Let's see what can be done. Okay.
I believe
uh,
D2C.
is it possible to have another quick question?
Go ahead.
Anybody
Yeah. Go
here
ahead. Go
who is
ahead.
into sports? There's a friend of mine who wants to start his own institute in Kolar district, which will be village Kakkai, and he wants me to collaborate with him. I want to know if anybody here is in the sports field and how we can take it forward to a good level. So anybody who can guide on that as well.
I believe Jagat also knows, and Tarun would be a good connect, right? Jagat here.
I'm a former
He's
state
based-
cricketer. I'm also an amateur golfer. Happy to connect with you, Kamal. Depends on what the business is. We should connect and let's go.
Definitely. So I'll just drop in my number, and if you could please help me with yours or just call me.
I'll do that. I'll just drop my number right here for you.
Okay.
Nice to connect, Kamal. I think first time I'm seeing you on our shows. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So this is the first time I'm here, and I want to start something on my own in the near future.
a good day. Today is National Startup Day. So
Great.
okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank
Be
you.
in touch with us. Bye. Over to you, Vijetha, sir.
Yeah. Hey, absolutely fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that these kind of discussions and conversations are happening. So we are on 5:30, Jagat. So closing remarks, and then we can enjoy the rest of Sunday.
Vijetha, just one thing I would like to see happen is, if it's possible, something on a global level wherein you kind of have a round table with random people meeting across in different chapters or so.
That can happen.
That's
Yeah,
possible.
that can happen. See, it's
I
about
would love to see that
see,
happen.
Kaushik. It is about look. I'm being very blunt here. Unless the founders are marketing this yourselves,
Right.
nothing can happen.
Let me see. I have few folks globally type people I
Bring
got
people.
connected
We
with.
have
I would-
Priyank also here. Hey, Priyank, how are you doing? So I mean, this is something we should all do, right? We should bring people together. But again, it's about the founders coming together, boss.
Right.
See, we have the Vidphone platform. That's anyway brilliant, correct? So you figure it out. I mean, you all guys have to come together and invite people.
We have Raj, Vijetha. I'll just take last caller for
Yeah.
today.
Take him. Please.
Yes, Raj, come in. Tell us.
Hi, sorry again. I have a friend who is returned from US and he has started a software company called Saints. He had some projects. Now the company is out of project. So is there any, help from TAI can be done, or anyone who can help him? He's in Hyderabad. Based in Hyderabad.
He can get in touch with us. Yeah, he can become part of the various communities and groups and other things. That's a way to go move forward. Okay.
Network and do business.
Yeah. Network and move forward.
Okay.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Raj.
So let's do these few things, guys. Kaushik and Jagat and whoever else is interested. All right. See, and we can bring in people. Okay, we can bring in a lot of people and everything, but it's the founders that needs to come together. Yeah. Otherwise, it's very tough. Okay.
Yes. I just want to take a minute to thank all the viewers. You all joined us today. It's a festival day. Sunday, you're taking time. Really means a lot to us. Best wishes to everybody. Good vibes.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care,
Vijetha.
everyone. Stay safe and stay healthy as well. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vijetha, again. Thanks, panelists. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Best wishes.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.